In 2019, we had some epic musical reunions like the Jonas Brothers, the Pussycat Dolls, and the Spice Girls. And now 2020 is already trying to one-up that with fans convinced that One Direction is making a comeback this year. What is up, everyone? Happy Tuesday. It's Sussan Mourad here with Clevver News. And ever since One Direction started their indefinite hiatus in 2015, fans have been eagerly awaiting an epic reunion. But as time has passed, a reunion has seemed less likely because all of the members of One Direction are thriving as solo artists right now. So would there even be time for a reunion? In recent months alone, Liam and Harry both released albums, while Louis is releasing his debut album January 31, and Niall is dropping his sophomore album later this year. And as for Zayn, well, we all remember that he dropped out of One Direction around a year before the band went on their hiatus, so it doesn't seem like he'd be a part of the reunion either way, we think. Also, Harry, Louis and Niall are also set to have individual tours this year, but that hasn't stopped fans from thinking they'll sneak in a reunion somewhere in the middle of all of these crazy schedules. This is all because of a teeny tiny recent update that convinced fans One Direction will reunite in 2020. On January the 5th, fans noticed that One Direction's website was updated. It now says 2020 Sony Music Entertainment at the bottom of the page. And of course, fans thought this meant a One Direction reunion was possibly in the works. Truly, we will hold on to anything when it comes to these guys getting the group back together. The Directioners took to Twitter to share their excitement. One fan wrote, quote, "One Direction's website was updated to 2020. This is not a drill." Another wrote, "The fact that One Direction website just got reactivated and the whole fandom is losing it, just what if they announce their comeback?" And another said, quote, "One Direction's website was reactivated." But other fans were a little hesitant about what the website update could actually mean. They think we could all just be, reading into it. And listen, I want a One Direction reunion more than the next person, but it could simply just be an update to their website that has absolutely nothing to do with the band. Like, aren't most websites set to update the date on the bottom when it's a new year? Just a thought. One fan wrote, quote, "Someone just said the website was never deactivated and that they update the copyright every year. I don't know what to believe." Another wrote, quote, "What the hell means 2020? Guys, I do not want to be a clown, but this is from One Direction website." And another said, "Trying not to get excited as I watch One Direction's website reactivate and the copyright update to the year 2020. So, like I said, people were confused and emotions were running high. Just the thought of a One Direction reunion is enough to set all of us over the edge, but this uncertainty is, a little bit almost too much to handle. But there are other theories too. It might not be a reunion, but instead a documentary, which I would also be really excited about because I would love to see all the behind the scenes footage from the throwback days. I mean, can you imagine the footage of what went down when Zayn left the group? I mean, that tea is still hot and everyone is still ready to see that. According to iHeartRadio, Liam teased a possible One Direction documentary coming soon. While in Dubai for a concert in December, Liam talked about the last time he visited the city as part of One Direction. He told Dubai's City Times that, quote, "It's hard for me to remember specific gigs because it was a blur of planes and sound checks and screams. I think we filmed that show and it will be part of a documentary around an anniversary." I mean, hello, Liam basically just spelled it out for us right there. One Direction started on X Factor in July 2010, which means this coming July it will be the group's 10-year anniversary. So maybe the website update doesn't mean a group reunion at all, but rather a One Direction documentary. One person wrote, quote, "What the One Direction website has been updated, Sony Music 2020, the One Direction documentary, I feel it, it's coming, what?" However you say that. Another said, quote, "The One Direction website got updated and republished. One Direction documentary 2020, anyone?" And honestly, reunion or no reunion, documentary or no documentary, Harry, Niall and Louis are all touring this year, so regardless, 2020 will be a huge year for us either way. And we can't wait for all the potential things to be excited about, but you guys, right now, I want to turn it over to you. What excites you the most about this website update? Do you think it's a sign of a reunion, or do you think it's a sign of a documentary, or do you think it was just one of those regularly scheduled updates that means absolutely nothing? Share your excitement and thoughts in the comment section below. And while you're down there leaving comments, you guys hit that subscribe button if you haven't before, and also hit the bell to be notified the second we post a new Clevver News update. After that, catch up on all the news you missed right over here. I'm Sussan Mourad. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll catch you later. Bye, guys.